Hello there, this is a Sound Jedi, and today we're looking at the Humble Weekly Sale, which, like the Humble Weekly Bundle, is a pay-what-you-want collection of games, this week by Telltale Games, who you may have heard of. I've definitely heard of them. This bundle comes with Back to the Future the game, Sam & Max Devil's Playhouse, Poker Night at the Inventory, Hector Badge of Carnage, Puzzle Agent 1 and 2, Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures, and if you pay over the average, which is about $5, The Walking Dead. Isn't that exciting? Yes, it is. Thank you for agreeing with me. It's fine. Okay. Just wait, here we go. So the first game we're going to be looking at is Back to the Future, a game set after the end of the films. This kind of introduction section that's playing right now is the start of the game, which is kind of a flashback. But the game itself is set after the events of the three films, and well, I've not played very much of it because this bundle came with so many different games that I've not had time to play like a great deal. But basically, most of these games are point-and-click adventures. Well, not adventures. Well, yeah, adventures, kind of story games. Like there's not much action. All you do is point-and-click, find stuff. I don't really know how to sum them up. It's kind of, you just examine things, you have to solve puzzles, and it's good. Now this one in particular, obviously because it's Back to the Future, it contains a lot of characters, a lot of like references to the films. The voice actor for Doc is the same as was in the movies actually, which is nice. The guy who does Marty McFly's voice is a very good, convincing alternative to Michael J. Fox. And yeah, I did enjoy the bit of this game I played. Now this is Sam & Max Devil's Playhouse. Now I'd actually never heard of this ever before I bought this this bundle of games, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. It's like the Back to the Future game. It's a point and click kind of story puzzle game, but there's some interesting mechanics to it, like this one you're seeing now, which is kind of like psychic abilities, which the bunny Max has. And he can do all sorts of like psychic abilities using these toys of power, and it's a nice added mechanic to a. It's a game genre that's difficult to innovate in if you think about it. I mean, pointing and clicking. Yeah, but the characters in this are quite they're fun, and there's some nice little bits of humour in it, and it's just a nice funny, enjoyable, kind of laid back game to play. I say that was another main feature of games like this. They're all very laid back because, you know, you don't have to get too involved. You just point and click. No real time limits or anything, so it's pretty good. This game is Poker Night at the Inventory. Now, unlike the others, this is not a point and click story game, and this is, in fact, a poker game. It features crossover characters such as Max. I think it's Max. Max is the bunny from Sam & Max. Yeah, who you can see there. The Heavy from TF2. And then Strong Bad and Tycho from like things off the internet. You can tell I've done my research, can't you? Now, as someone who can't play poker, I wasn't initially very interested in this game, but the conversations between the characters are actually really good, really funny, and I've actually learned how to play poker, kind of. I think the footage you've got here is me at the start who just was clicking random buttons and having no idea what to do. But by the end of my little testing session of this game, I actually got quite good at poker, which is good. I also started to really enjoy the company of that Tycho guy, which was good. So yeah, I'm going to play this a lot actually, because it's a poker game, so it's very easy to just get into and then stop playing. But it's really fun. Graphical glitch there. This is Hector Badge of Carnage. Now this, I never heard of this, and this is kind of a police point and click story game set in England, which was nice. Everyone has really nice English accents. It's full of kind of gritty humour, kind of risque humour actually, especially once we actually get to the gameplay. These cutscenes are funny. I do enjoy the cutscenes, but the gameplay is quite funny as well. And I suppose it's got to be in a game like this to keep you interested. His head exploded. Because, you know, point-and-click adventure games, they're like you can wade in them. There's that many of them. So to keep you interested, they have to be either a franchise like Back to the Future or The Walking Dead, or funny, entertaining, something like that. And I enjoyed playing this actually. The gritty, risky humour, I enjoyed quite a lot. And you know, it's a good representation of England as I know it. No real top hats, just chavs and dirty people. So this is Puzzle Agent. This is Puzzle Agent 1. Puzzle Agent 2 is also in this, but I didn't record it because I thought it might spoil Puzzle Agent 1 for me. So yeah, this is a nice little game. It's somewhat point and click like the others, but there's actual puzzles in this. Like, there's all sorts really. There's things like this, which is just kind of like a jigsaw. And I did actually see very many because I didn't play this very long, because there was a lot of dialogue and not very much gameplay in the little bit I saw. But yeah, it's just puzzles of varying varieties, and that's nice. I enjoyed that. It wasn't just point and click, it was you had to actually solve puzzles. I think I might have given this one a bit too much footage because I've kind of run out of things to say already, but you know, you can see what's going on in the game behind you, can't you? It looks very nice. I still have about 20 seconds left to fill, and I've run out of things to talk about for this game. You should definitely get this. Oh, by the way, most of these games, like Back to the Future, all have episodes or different installments, like Sam & Max does as well. All the episodes and installments for all of these games are included, which is good. So I bought all of these and came out with like 17 new things in Steam because all the episodes are marked separately. Oh, here we go. So this is Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures. I didn't even know this existed, but I like Wallace and Gromit, so I was pleasantly surprised to find this. And yeah, this, like the others, is a point-and-click adventure. Not getting sick of those yet. Well, that's what Telltale games do, so yeah, it was expected. But yeah, this is, if you're familiar with Wallace and Gromit at all, this is kind of within, this is expected of Wallace and Gromit. It's kind of, Wallace has a new business idea, and then something weird happens. I've not really played very much of it because it's hard as hell. Yeah, I enjoyed the little bit of this game I played actually, because all the other puzzle games you can have like a voiced protagonist who can like explain things to you. Because you play as Gromit in this, he can't talk. You have to actually try and work stuff out without like the character saying, "Oh, this unlocks that door," or something like that. I'm not sure it's quite that obvious, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I did like playing this because I like Wallace and Gromit. This had it had a very nice kind of laid back feel to it. The soundtrack is very nice. All you're really doing in the first part is making breakfast. So yeah, I mean, it's hard as hell. I got stuck straight away, but I enjoyed getting stuck, which is certainly something. It's times like this where I think I should make the amount of footage I use less for stuff like this, because I just kind of run out of things to say. Oh god. It was okay with the Humble Indie Bundle because all those games were different, but these are all kind of the same. I suppose that's a valid point to make though, isn't it? I'm going to say yes. Here we are. Arguably the most famous modern point-and-click adventure game, The Walking Dead. It's gained a lot of popularity and kind of renown over the last year or so. And I was very excited to pick this up actually. This game is still on sale on Steam for £21. So the fact I could pick it up for whatever I wanted was really quite something. But yeah, if you're not familiar with this, basically it's a game based on the Walking Dead comic series. And if you don't know what The Walking Dead is, then how have you managed to... How are you on the internet without knowing what The Walking Dead is? But basically the premise of this is this guy got arrested. The guy you play is called Lee. You can see him now a little bit. There's his head. He got arrested. and then his car crashed, and then he chips over some rocks trying to escape from zombies. I don't want to really spoil the story for you. That's also made this video quite... Oh god, screensaver. Professional recording, everybody. But no, that's made this video quite hard to do as well, because a lot of these games are story based and I didn't want to ruin any of the stories, so there's not very much of the footage I could show. But I think I've done a pretty good job of it, if I do say so myself. But yeah, Lee falls over a lot and it gets quite irritating. He's got a good claim for world's clumsiest man. One criticism of this game that I've heard actually is that no matter what decisions you take, which are very big in this game by the way, it's kind of... well, the decisions you make are supposed to affect what happens, but I've heard from most people that the ending stays pretty much the same no matter what you do. But I've actually seen this played the entire way through, and it's a very good story. And I would definitely... I'd get this... I'd buy this bundle of games just for this game if I were you, because it's an absolute bargain. Plus you get some other games on the side, which is good. So yeah, he just shot a guy's head off. That's nice to see. Now he's going to examine the guy. Yeah, I'm just watching the footage back, if you were wondering how I record this. Oh, I'm fading it now. Ah, there we go. So, that was, I should have, yeah. That was the Humble Weekly Sale. Thanks for watching, goodbye.